wonderful learning individuals. It is a pleasure. I thank you so much for pressing the play button. How are you all doing today? I am Johnny, your host with HomeCountry Mathematics. It is so great to have you. Please feel free to stay because learning math is good for your brain. Now let us learn some math together, shall we? All right, we're continuing on Chapter 1-2, Order of Operations. Evaluating algebraic expressions and substitution. Here is today's, I don't want to call it a problem because I look at it in a positive sense. It is a working challenge that I love. Let us continue. All right. We have something that looks like this. And here it says n. And on this side it says 2n plus 3. Okay? It looks like we have a rectangle for a shape. All right. All right, good enough. Leave it alone, Johnny. Leave it alone. Okay. The question is, geometry. Write an algebraic expression to represent the area of the rectangle. To represent the area of the rectangle. Then evaluate it to find the area when n is equal to 4 centimeters. Okay. Basic. Well, obviously we have a rectangle shape. And commonly we know that the area for a rectangle is length times width. Correct? So with that said, technically I could substitute this and this into the formula. So looking at it, I'm going to swap these to width times length, okay? So I'm going to substitute the width first, which is n. And then I'm going to multiply it by the length, which is 2n plus 3. So really what I've done, guys and gals, is instead of using L and W, I'm replacing it with n multiplied by 2n plus 3. It's all the same. Okay? Now, they say n equals, this is a given, right? Or a known. Okay, what is given? N equals 4 and centimeters. I really wish I had a pen. Centimeters. Okay. So now all we need to do is substitute. 4 going to use a square bracket because I visually can see myself using a parenthesis, substituting 4 again, plus 3, and closing it with my square bracket. I do this for personal organization, and it's nice and clean too. Okay, let us continue. 4 multiplied, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3, close bracket. I'm almost done with the square brackets. I can swap them out for a standard parenthesis. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are left with 11 multiplied by 4. Pretty straightforward, right? Quickly, this here, the multiplication table, if you look at the 11s, they're really easy to study. As soon as you get to 10 times 11, then that's when it changes. So it's just a matter of remembering these 3 numbers or values. Okay, for the most part, you can see the pattern. Okay, the 11s are easy, so 44. All right, so our answer is 44. Don't forget your units. Centimeters. It's all right. I'm just going to go like this. Good enough. All right. Good job, guys, gals. Great job. That was easy, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay, let's do some simple ones. We're just going to practice some more, evaluate each expression. They're really easy, guys and gals. Every one individual. It's so great to have you. Everybody watching supports you 100% because you're going through the exact same thing, learning along. Wish you all the best. Good luck in your studies. Let's continue. 22 plus 3 times 7. Real simple, BODMAS. Again, if you like my left-hand side or neighborhood concept, that's what we have here. Okay, neighborhood on this side and a neighborhood on this side. Okay. So looking at this, there's not much going on with the left-hand side. There's nothing at all. It's just a whole number, right? We have 3 multiplied by 7. So there's no brackets, there's no exponents, therefore we're on step 2. Okay, step 2, multiplication, 0 division. There we go. Now I know if I double 22, I have 44. Right? I know that's not the answer, but I'm helping you kind of think of this logically. Quick answers without having to do the long work, right? If you know 22 times 2 is 44, well, we're 1 less, right? So therefore our answer is 43. Okay? And step 3 is right here. Okay, once we did the multiplication, then we moved on to step 3. And now we have our answer. Let's continue. Let's do some more. We have 18. This is written in a linear fashion. We're going to change things. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to finally use the left to right concept. Excuse me. Plus 2 times 6. Now, as you can see, we don't have any brackets. I prefer to see brackets. That creates clarity on what belongs to where, right? In this case, there's uncertainty, right? Because there's no parentheses. So that's why they have the left to right concept. So thinking of that, that means we're going to be doing the division, left to right. Well, addition, subtraction would be last, right? So that's step 3. We still have, here's step 2, we still have a multiplication. So that's a step 2. So looking at this, that tells me that we have a left-hand side still, plus a right-hand side. Okay. Cleaning that up. So I can separate this into brackets, knowing that. So normally, I like to put these things into fraction form, but it's pretty easy, pretty basic, so I could just go straight to doing the division. We know that 9 times 2 is 18. What's the missing number? Well, it's 2. Right? That's how I do my division. What times what gives me 18? That's 2 times 18. Well, what's the missing number? I have 18. I have 9. What's missing is the 2. Okay? All right, let's continue. 2 times 6 is 12. I know I explain to study the multiplication and times table a lot. I thought I would kind of skip that. Again, keep going with that. We all support you, and good job. Again, we all believe in you. You can do it. Simple math, 12 plus 2, which is 14. And then I'll check the answer. That is a yay. All right, let's do another. They have 10 plus, I know this is step 3, so we might end up with a neighborhood. 8. 8 is cubed, and that's divided by 16. Okay? So this is great. Okay? So the plus sign. Anytime you see a plus or a minus, just think neighborhood, the way this is kind of written, right? We could actually put our imaginary fence. This is our left-hand side, okay? So that means all of this is going to be together because we have the division, all right? So I can, let me just redo that. So that means we're going to have a right-hand side, okay? So I'm going to carry on with the problem. I'm going to go 10 plus. And because I have a division, I'm going to turn it into fraction form. Here I'm going to use brackets. Again, this is the pattern I like to go with because I have an exponent. I'm going to use my parentheses. Now my division symbol, which creates separation. Now I have a numerator over a denominator. So technically we have a neighbor here and a neighbor here. They're independent of each other. Technically. Okay? Continue working the problem. Eight cubed. That's going to be a big one. So we have 8 times 8 times 8. So I'll go into pairs. 8 times 8 is 64, right? Shall we confirm? 8 times 8, 64. Okay, now we got one more 8 still. We're not done. So let's just multiply this by 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Carry the 3. 6 times 8 is 48. That one kind of rhymes for me. Same with the 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 8 is 48. And we can confirm if you like. 6 times 8, 48. Okay, let's continue. 6 times 8, 48, plus 3. 49, 50, 51. 512. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. Stuff like this you want to do on a separate scrap piece of paper. 512. Okay, and that's going to be divided by 16. This is the point where I want to factor. I want to figure out how many times does 16 go into 512, right? We need to find that multiple. Division. So 16 times 2 is 32. 16 times 3. 6 and 3 is, I can show you the long word. 6 and 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 48. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 48. There's our closest number, 3. So I'm going to go 48. Subtract, right? Because with division is subtraction. Just like multiplication, it's addition. All right, so we have 3, right? 2 jumps to 50 plus another jump is 3. All we do is bring down the 2. We've already figured out what 16 times 2 is 32. So I'm going to go 32. And we're going to end up with the remainder of 0. So that means 16 times 32 is 512. I'm going to go So 10 plus. I do this so I don't have to reduce. I still have to reduce this large fraction, right? Lucky for us, it divides nicely. Simple math, all we're doing is adding 1 to the 3. And we get 42. I don't have anything to check the answer with, so hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. And let's go. All right. I am trying to keep these videos short, but again, time flies when you're having fun. Let's leave you with a new problem, and then I'll continue it into the next video. It's great to have you. So we have 12 divided by 3 times 5. And then we have subtract 4 squared. Okay, I'm going to leave that one for you guys and gals. I recommend you try it out. Again, if you don't get the right answer, it's okay. Practice makes better, right? Mistakes are good. That's how you learn and get better. It truly is. It's great to have you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and take care for now.
You